Hello and welcome to another update video about ETH. Not much happened today. We see a little bit of selling pressure around the daily candle close, but it doesn't change our outlook at all. It is currently still holding above micro support, and that micro support level is still around $2,300. So quickly, for everybody who's new on this channel, or as a quick reminder for everybody else, the ETH chart obviously pushed significantly higher, pretty much not unexpected. I've been talking for weeks about the 2,200 plus level for the completion of this wave 1, which is a 5-wave move that started in October. So the targets were reached in this zone, exactly the zone in which we are now. A pullback gets much more likely. Okay, so essentially I'm still tracking support levels, but you need to understand that the risk has significantly increased for a pullback from here. We're basically in a pivot zone. So it's not that I'm predicting a wave 2 pullback will happen. It's just that I'm calling out that the risk has significantly increased and that it is now this area in which we actually shouldn't be surprised to see a support level break. Why? Because after all these nice movements happened, after we have reached the target area, after all the waves to the upside have completed, I mentioned in one of the last videos that actually Ether, I think it was here, has basically, it's basically a full wave pattern. Surely it can still extend higher until support levels break. Yeah. And again, we don't want to assume that this wave 2 pullback, which is basically due after wave 1 is complete, we don't want to assume that a pullback occurs until even the first micro support levels break. You need to imagine what we're doing here is we have wave counts. The wave counts are projections, okay, on the, let's say, the higher time frame. We say, okay, we have a 5-wave move up. That's technically complete. Just because something is technically complete doesn't mean it is complete, because they can always extend. But we basically fulfilled all the requirements for this move. And we basically have a projection that tells us, all right, this is now complete. If a pullback occurs, we need to use this support zone for the main structure on the daily time frame. And basically the main support is 1676. In simple words, that means that as long as we're holding that level and do not sustain below it, the bullish market is still in play. We therefore technically have to allow it to go down that low to maintain our structure on the daily time frame and the bullish structure. Does it mean it has to come down that much? Absolutely not. I would even be surprised if it goes all the way down to 1676. And again, it's a projection. So we use the micro structures to understand when that pullback might be in play. And to get a signal that this pullback might be in play, we need to see micro support levels break. So don't assume this pullback is starting until we don't even have micro support levels that are breaking. The wave principle and the Elliott wave counts tell us which support levels we need to use. And as always, don't trade the levels. Trade the levels, don't trade the counts, okay? So what we have here is a potential pullback, but it's not even a deep pullback. I count this still as a potential wave 4 that could still give us another extension higher. And as I explained in last videos, if we break above 2,530, I will not look anymore for a wave 2 pullback. I will then assume it's already happened and we go up quite aggressively to $4,000 plus. Essentially, the first micro support here is 2,300. That needs to break for an initial indication that a top is in place. We haven't even done that yet, okay? Not even that has happened. And then below that, we have a key barrier at 2,250. And below that, and that's really the confirmation level I think that I will use to determine if a wave 2 pullback has started. It's at $2,220. That level, I want to see it break below that level to determine that this pullback has started. Until then, the trend is still up. Extensions can happen, but obviously now we are in a critical zone where that pullback can happen. Again, a break above 2,530 will make me assume that the pullback is probably not going to happen anymore. We probably had the wave 2 then already. It could even be that this was the wave 2 here, just extremely shallow, so can't really rely on it without further evidence. That's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content every single day. And you can find the links for those channels in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.